So let's take a couple of questions, Dan. I'm going to give you the first one here. It comes from David, and no, it's not me. The question is, basically, why do newspapers use so many unnamed sources? In this case, I think he's writing about the current investigation into the White House. Watching CNN, if it's quoting the Washington Post or the New York Times, they're using a lot of unnamed sources. Why don't they make it a point to name all sources whenever possible?
It's frequently a hard thing to do because people, know that President Trump has a history and enjoys firing people. So if people on his staff end up making statements that he would not like, I think he would be quick to turn around and fire them. So people frequently talk about things that they're not authorized to talk about, but like the meeting between Donald Trump and the Russian diplomats, several people thought it should get out there what was said during that meeting, but if any of those names were attached to that, that would have been, what would happen? They would be canned right away.
And we should point out our policy at this newspaper is to, whenever possible, use named sources, but if we're not going to use them, then I think typically an editor has to know who that source is, and there's some vetting.
And why. And one thing that we have changed in recent years is to add in, the reason that someone is not speaking on the record. But in politics, it's a tough and it's a tough sport, and people can, if they end up saying something on the record that is not okay, then they can get in deep trouble.
Right.
Okay, happens all the time.